the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Thursday. That kind of feels like a Friday because we already recorded this episode 20 minutes in and we realized that one of us wasn't recording. So having said that, welcome back to The Toast. Happy Thursday. I will say, like, it wasn't the most amazing 20 minutes. It was really good, but it was fine.
It was solid and we could do it again. Here's what you missed. Claudia and I are very simpatico today. We're
wearing the same outfit.
Pink sweaters, cream pants, and the same colored shoes. Mine are from Jemmy. We took a walk down memory lane with some of our first sponsors here at The Toast.
Shout out to Jemmy, Thursday Boots, Ukora for being some of the first brands to sponsor us. And shout out to Stamps.com for being one of those OG brands who's still with us today.
Right. We noted that Bruno is here.
We did. I rattled off like all the TV I watched. I'll just give a quick recap. I watched Your Friends and Neighbors season 2, and I came to the conclusion that it should have been a limited series. It's still a fine show, but whatever. I watched my King Jamie on Jeopardy, slaying it again and embarrassing everybody in his wake. 3, I will be reading Copper's Spellburden. I haven't gotten there yet. And I do also want to watch, since my Apple TV subscription is currently valid, thanks to Your Friends and Neighbor, the new Elle Fanning show based on the book, Margot's Got Money Troubles.
Which, if you forgot, we did read for the redheads. I do feel like Copper's Spellburden is not going to happen.
Reading it?
Yeah, like I just
But I
feel
have
like,
a physical copy in my nightstand. I absolutely am.
No, I know. I just feel like the more that we talk about it, like the further away we are from you reading it.
Jackie and I also put together that it has been, we actually did a lot in that 20
did a
minutes.
lot. It's actually hysterical now that I'm thinking about it.
So we realized that yesterday was the first day of the podcast in probably 10 days that we haven't had a story about Alex Earl versus Alex Cooper. And so we drew up this little whiteboard that says 1 day without talking about Licks versus Lex in a formal capacity, meaning making it a story. Because sometimes, like, we probably talked about it yesterday, just like in the pre-past 5, but having a story about it. Today we do have a story about it, so we will have to erase the whiteboard. But for now, we have the whiteboard.
We do. And we took a picture with it. We did a cheese. You want to show everyone?
Oh, yeah. Thumbnail.
So we are 1 day clean from Licks vs. Lex, but I think we are going to ruin all of it today.
I have something new to share that I wasn't able to share in the previous show. So I learned 2 things. You know, I do a morning scroll on TikTok while I'm doing my makeup, and I learned 2 really interesting factoids that you probably don't know about that I'd like to share.
Okay.
The first is kind of like huge news, is that Tana Mojo is leaving OnlyFans.
Oh, wow.
She says she's in her brand safe era. I think she's, documented her sobriety. She's just like doing really well. And she was like, I look back on the time fondly. I'm glad that I didn't have like bad experiences like I think other people have. And it was able to like help me financially, take care of my, friends. And now I'm just like not in that era and I don't want to be doing it anymore. So I'm not doing it.
That's so great. Like that, but I mean, normally it's just changing and evolving. Like that sounds like nothing is forever.
And then another thing I learned that you will find really interesting is like just random trivia fact is that the AI revolution is actually having an enormous like benefit for the island of Anguilla.
Okay.
Do you want to know why? It's so random.
Because like that's their initials, AI.
Yes, but so like when you shop on a website but you're in Canada, it's like Sephora.ca. Mm-hmm. Theirs is like Sephora.ai. And people are buying websites like ChatGPT.ai, not .com. And when you buy a domain that ends in .ai, you have to pay Anguilla $140 for the registration every 2 years. And there's over 1 million websites that are currently ending in .ai, which means 1 million people have paid $140 every 2 years to the island of Anguilla. And as of last year, it was half of their entire economic GDP.
Wow.
Fun fact that I learned on TikTok.
Maybe Reese Witherspoon should share that.
Yeah, maybe with the women of Anguilla and their local communities.
Yes, so this is good news for the women of Anguilla.
Yeah, just thought that was interesting.
That is very interesting.
What else did we talk about in the PFFB? It was 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So obviously we're doing like an abridged.
It wasn't like any like need to know information.
No.
It was just like Jackson Clauding, which I guess we could like Jackson Claude again.
Let's Jackson Claude again. We were talking about my wild side. Should we dive into that?
God, we recounted a conversation that we had yesterday. That is need to know information. It is.
So Claudia, you have such a wild side that everyone should get to know, which was my big sister Olivia's dream for me. And I think that we don't talk enough about how that dream has come true.
It's been realized. Like I do feel like the world has gotten to know your wild side.
And I think they've actually gotten to know all my sides. I'm extremely dynamic.
You are. But as far as Olivia, she wanted the world to get to know your wild side. And they have. And I feel like we should close that loop for her and let her know, like, your dreams have been realized. Your dreams
Mission accomplished.
Your dreams have come true. But it's
really beautiful.
There's more to you than your wild side.
I mean, like I said, I'm extremely dynamic. Actually, I was talking about this yesterday because I went to Times Square, which I would normally never go to, but I was asked to be on the Free Press podcast hosted by Susie Weiss called Second Thought. It comes out tomorrow, where we did like a lot of pop culture. It's actually very similar to the Toast, where like we did like swirly, like pre-fast 5, 20 minutes, just like talking about me. And then we did pop culture. And she had just read my book, so it definitely felt like we were it was like a highlight reel of my life.
Yeah.
And we were talking about my different sides. Like, obviously, I was cracking jokes. Like, I was actually on one. Like, everyone in the room was just, it was like silent laughter. I was really crushing it. But then I was talking a lot about like my relationship with God. Like, I'm actually extremely dynamic.
So do you think we're going to see another side to you on the podcast, on that podcast?
I will say you'll mostly see my wild side. Like, I was
there it goes.
I was mostly being like, you know, Turdy Lou. Mm-hmm. But there was a dash of you know, my sensitive side. Yeah, I was talking about, you know, I actually have a very strong relationship with the Lord. And I speak to him on a daily basis. And that's just like an unexpected fact about me.
Yeah. And then is there any other sides of you that you want to share here? Like, instead of giving someone else the exclusive?
Well, I do prefer my left side. Do you have a side?
No.
Like
Well,
Shay?
the thing is, I would have had a side, but like you took my side on the show, like when we first started. The side that you sat in, like, would have been my preferred side, so I just, like, moved on from that.
But I had a mole at the time, and so, like, the mole kind of trumped everything.
Yeah, so then that sort of, like, cured me of sides, because I'm like, I sit on my bad side every day, and that's my life. Like, so that's my side now.
There are two types of people in this world. People who don't have a side that they prefer, and people who prefer their left side. There is nobody on this planet who I've ever met whose side is their right side.
Yeah. It's very true. But for me, it feels less about like whatever each side of my face looks like and just like more about like angles and how I want to like be in the world. Like I remember like even in a classroom, say you're going into a classroom and all the chairs are empty. What seat are you taking?
How many rows are there?
4.
4 by what? 6?
4 by 6.
I'm taking row 2, seat 2.
Oh, so you're like almost center. You're just like 5 seconds, 5 feet from stardom.
From stardom, yeah.
I'm taking first row all the way in the corner.
In class? I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, in the corner. That's unique.
In the
I like
corner.
this question. We should make one of those GIFs, like, which seat are you taking? You know, it's a classroom.
I feel like it says a lot about you because I feel like that makes sense with me. It's like I want to be in the first row. Like I want to learn. I want to participate. But I don't want to be in the center of the attention. Like I want to be, like, you actually not to see me.
We're also, like, currently, and when we were in school, like, very short, which I do think limits the types of seats you can get.
So, like, we should be first row. We're the elk of first rowers. And that should go for concerts, too.
Yes,
It
yes.
should be categorized by height.
Whenever I've gone to a concert with Brian Kelly, he's like very cautious and of what seats he buys because he knows how tall he is and he doesn't want to be in people's way. It's actually really nice, even though it's like you're bored in this way. It's like not your problem.
Yeah,
but he won't do GA.
Paying.
He will not do GA, and if he does, he stands in the back. I'm like, let's go to the front. He's like, no.
Yeah, well, I
actually
guess
really nice.
It's nice for him, but not for his shorty friend.
Oh my God, I wonder what it's like to watch a concert from Brian's POV. Like, it's probably so good.
Every seat is front row.
So true.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stories because yesterday was sort of a big day. We hyped up this like Hulu like upfront event because every year it really does deliver. And I feel like last night's or yesterday's was so big. There was so much news coming out about all of our favorite shows, new shows, shows we didn't know were coming, shows we knew were coming.
Sequels. Love Thy Nader is finally coming back.
Like, is it? I feel like of all the announcements, like that was the worst one.
I agree. No, it was the most disappointing one. They might as well have called it a new show and it's a season 1 again because it's literally going to be like a 3-year jump from what we just saw and the second half of season 1 that we were all excited for, like Jules,
Tom Brady, Jeff Bezos,
Jules and Mary Holland. Like, that's all in the garbage can. Like, I don't want to see that at this point. It's 3 years ago, but like, why can't they just like give it to us now?
I don't know. But like the Hulu conglomerate that includes Disney, ABC, ESPN, they're kind of firing on all cylinders in the reality front. I feel like they're sort of becoming like a bigger hub than Bravo. Like they have all these shows that are all connected. Vanderpump Villa, Secret Lives. It's actually they very slowly like turned into a monster in the game.
They did, and I'm actually going to give them a lot of credit and say that like maybe they didn't give us season 2 of Love Thy Nader because it wasn't good.
Well, obviously.
No.
Like, but
I thought, like,
I
just
imagine
thought
that anything they would do is bad.
No, I just thought it was like bogged down by like admin and scheduling and like people not
But it was
realizing.
already filmed.
No, I know, but like, what if it was going to be like bad and maybe wouldn't have gotten them a season 3? And so instead, they paused, they brought in a new showrunner, and now we're going to get the season 2 that we deserve. Like, that's how much faith I have in like the Hulu production, reality TV production department.
Well, what's crazy about the reality TV production department at Hulu is that they have so many good big shows. I literally forget that the Kardashians are there. Like,
I know. What's so
I
crazy
feel like they're
about
one of the smaller shows.
What's so crazy about yesterday is that all the stars were out for the Hulu Get Real House, and I didn't even really. I know that some Kardashians were there, but like I haven't even seen them in the roundups.
Only Chloe was there. Again, she's the only one in this family who works. Travis Barker was there, so I don't know if maybe Courtney was like backstage.
He has a documentary coming out.
We'll talk there. I'm sure that's the first story, the big
It's the
news
first.
with Dancing with the Stars, lots of
It's
ABC.
very meaty.
EBC.
It's so meaty.
So meaty.
Chat stew.
So that's what you missed on PFFB.
Yeah. As we said, nothing need to know, but you know, I think people just like the Jackson Claude of it all.
I will say, like, we were due, because just a part of being a podcaster is not recording.
Is losing episodes and content, yes. Or like files being corrupted, they're gone.
It just happens. So we were due. Thank God it wasn't a whole ass episode. It was 20 minutes. I was in the middle of the first ad break. Okay. TG for that. And now hopefully it won't happen for a while because we just had one.
Yeah, we just had our hiccup.
It's just a rite of passage on Farch.
It is. It happens less and less as like, you know, it becomes more routine. It happened a lot in the beginning on that fucking Zoomcaster.
I wonder if it ever happens to Joe Rogan. Like they forget to press record.
Oh, for sure. Not now, but like it's definitely happened in all of his years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, it's so frustrating because it's like the worst thing, but the person listening, like they don't care.
I know. And like we keep talking about it, don't you find?
I do find. We also had a whole conversation about how Claudia keeps saying, don't you find? It's like her new phrase.
I did want to acknowledge, like, it's happened very naturally, this new thing that I've been saying. And I think it's like really elevated and British sounding when I'm asking Jackie for validation, which I'm now realizing I do all the time. Instead of saying like, don't you agree or right? I say, don't you find?
Right? Don't you
Don't
find?
you find?
And oftentimes I don't find.
You don't. And that's like your new phrase. I don't.
But sometimes I do find.
Never. Like literally you never find. You're like blind. You can't see.
I will find today. I'm going to go out of my way today.
Oh, you're going to dig deep within your heart and find the courage to find?
Find the courage to find and find the courage to agree with your calls because I don't want to hurt you.
I'm glad I pointed it out because like it does hurt.
Yeah, I agree. It hurts.
Yeah, you do. You find?
I find. I was going to argue your point, but I won't.
Because it's literally in your DNA.
No, I was going to say, I don't disagree with your calls. I just feel like we just refine your calls.
Yeah.
You actually sent me the funniest video yesterday.
Which?
The Cat Stickler one. About
like that friend who's just like intent on disagreeing with you.
Will you play it? It's so funny. It's literally me.
Okay, now I have to go find this video.
It's in our DMs. You sent it to me.
We DM so frequently. Oh, you know who I was DMing with last night? Jesse Solomon. He must have like heard our episode. And
you mean the one we titled after him? I guess he saw it.
What's so funny is that I had made a video about Summer House like a week or two ago and he followed me. And then yesterday he followed me again. He obviously unfollowed me.
Maybe he wants to get your attention.
Well, he got it. I was DMing him, and then I was like, you know, Jesse, I sense a real sense of sadness coming from you on Watch Happens Live.
You said that?
Yeah. Is that rude?
A little, but no.
Let me tell you what he said.
What did he say?
Just sad that it feels like the friend group is falling apart.
Oh, well, I don't really have sympathy for that as much as like the other stuff.
And then he said his friends who are toasters tell him that I'm a great singer and that we should do a collab.
Would you?
Guess I'll start being me.
You should do a remix on that. Like you should do a verse.
Absolutely. Guess I'm motherfucking star, you know?
No, where it's like you come in with like a little ballad.
And then he invited me to his show, his concert, which I'm obviously going to go to.
Oh, so you have a best friend. Did Ben ever reach out?
Oh, and then I said, he's like, I'm headed off on tour, but like come to the show in July. And I'm like, great. And in the meantime, like I do think you should get dinner with my husband. Like I can't explain why, but like you just sort of need to.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
So back to this Cat Stickler video.
What's
it sweet? Sugary. Just been feeling kind of off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a little bit of anxiety or...
I wouldn't call it anxiety. It's not like worry and uncertainty combined with like, you know?
It sounds like, yeah, a little bit of anxiety.
No, it's just not. It's not that. I'm gonna do Cabo this summer.
Oh, like somewhere tropical?
More like beachy, like a beachy.
Like that's literally fucking you, bitch.
It is me. I can own that. I can own
Yeah.
it.
Okay, good. Good. That's the first step is admitting you have a problem.
Even though like beachy is not tropical entirely.
Not entirely, but like if you're feeling like you need to correct, like you're the fucking problem.
I operate in entireties, you know?
Entireties?
In entirements.
Entireties.
Yeah. So I feel seen by Cat Stickler.
That's really beautiful.
Maybe she
I heard her and
listens to
John
the
Mayer
toast.
broke up.
They did.
That's just what I heard.
Well, I guess we stopped seeing them together.
Yeah.
Maybe he was one of those people. He would so be one of those people that's like disagrees for disagreement's sake, like loves disagreeing.
Sounds like you two are a match made in heaven.
No. Well, I guess you like
you don't
him.
you don't think that you guys are a match made in heaven? You don't find?
Oh, no, I guess we are a match made in heaven.
Yeah, right.
So I should go out and pursue him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Let's get into the stories now, shall we?
The Fast 5 stories that are brought to you by Visit Myrtle Beach. The Myrtle Beach area is 60 miles of sunny beaches and 14 coastal communities that create a place where you belong. Myrtle Beach is a place where whatever you're into, you can do it to the max. So spend your days on the beach, by the pool, go on a foodie tour, listen to live music every night, or just focus on you. There are endless ways to indulge in self-care. However you want to stay, you'll find your place at the beach. Accommodations will range from cozy hotels to beachfront rentals and resorts right on the ocean. There are endless things to do, including hundreds of attractions, go shopping, enjoy classic theme park fun, dive into water sports like paddleboarding and jet skiing. They've got fun events and festivals happening all year round, so check their website for details. Jackie, what did you do? I know you went to Myrtle Beach in college, and it was such a formative trip for you.
I went to Myrtle Beach. I had an amazing time. It was a very formative experience. And so I would say if you're looking for like an amazing formative experience,
How did you spend
and
your
vacation, oh, we went to the beaches. We went to the town. We, hit up a couple of bars, clubs, like the local scene. It was just so awesome. There was something for everyone. Because, some people, they like to stay home and like be by the beach and
Very
pool
personal.
day. We had like some pool parties, but other people like they want to get out, see the local culture, maybe like souvenir shop. And there was just
Right.
really something for everyone. And I was with a lot of girls, like a very big house, because I'm a very social girl. I have a lot of friends. And we all were able to find something that we love to do. So I would totally recommend Myrtle Beach for anyone. And I imagine now as someone with a family, like it would be an amazing destination for a family vacation.
You belong at the beach, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Plan the best trip ever at visitmyrtlebeach.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by Rocket Money, the personal finance app that's sort of taking over. Everybody loves Rocket Money because they help you with your subscription. So if you've been looking to get organized as to, what things you're subscribed to, what subscriptions you have that are not worth your time or money, Rocket Money is great. It really helps you find out what you're paying for and helps you cancel them. So when I did it, it was just like genuinely shocking how much crap I was paying for that I literally didn't even know. Like a dog camera I once had that had like a monthly subscription I was paying for. 2 Kindle Unlimiteds. I had like a VPN. I think I had used the VPN to watch Harry and Meghan on Oprah when I was in the British Virgin Islands. And then I literally was paying for it for months, maybe years after. So it's so frustrating. That's why a lot of people use the app. And then once you're on there, they have a ton of premium features that really help you like with your personal finances. So whether you're looking to lower your spending, help your bills, like budget for something if you want to save for a bag or a trip to Myrtle Beach, like whatever. Rocket Money is really great, especially when you use all the premium features. So it's a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and helps you lower your bills so you can focus on growing your savings. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/toast. That's rocketmoney.com/TOAST. Rocketmoney.com/toast is today's sponsor. Thank you, Rocket Money, for saving users over $880 million in canceled subscriptions. You're extremely real for that. Today's episode is also brought to you by Ladder. So if you've ever wandered around a gym and just like not know what to do because like you're not a personal trainer, you don't have a personal trainer, and you just like pretend to use the machines and feel awkward and then leave, well, that's why we really like Ladder. So if anything I just said resonated with you, Ladder might work for you too. So it is an expert strength training plan. It's not a content library. So it's not like an influencer workout or a challenge. It's real progressive programming that's designed by certified coaches. It feels very personal. You're getting a new plan every week. I think that a lot of times when you do virtual fitness, it like feels really monotonous because you're doing the same thing over and over and it's hard to feel inspired. Well, you're getting a new plan every week. It builds on the week before. The workouts connect. Each week feels like progress from the one before. It's through structured training blocks. And it works for any strength training style that you prefer. So they have Pilates, bodybuilding, at-home dumbbell only, hybrid strength, glute-focused programmings, kettlebell, pre- and postnatal. So whether you train at home or at the gym, they have a plan for you. Your progress is tracked automatically. I love their coaches. They have like great personalities and they constantly talk through the whole thing. Because when you're doing fitness online, like I think the personality and the tempo of the person who's training you is so important, and I really like their personalities there. They also now have nutrition tracking at no extra cost, which is AI-powered food logging and macro insights integrated with your training plan. So remove the guesswork with Ladder and get a real coach in your ear telling you exactly what to do for every workout. There's no thinking. Everything is planned for you. If you have an iPhone, head to ladder.fit/toast and take a quick quiz to find your perfect Ladder plan. Use our link and get a free 7-day trial with no credit card and $10 off your first month if you join. That's ladder.fit/toast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Zenni, an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. You go to zenni.com, you pick a frame, and you upload your prescription, and they'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. I don't wear prescription glasses, but I grew up with two sisters who've been wearing glasses since they're like 10. And of course, my husband, whose glasses are his entire personality. And it's such an ordeal to get a pair of glasses. First of all, it's so expensive. The store is like chaos. It's such a long, laborious, intensive, and expensive process. I'm always like glad I've never had to have glasses because it's such a drama. And doing it online with Zenni is so easy, so much more reasonably priced. You don't even have to go in the store. They have like a feature that lets you put the glasses on your face so you can see if that's the right shape for your face or if you're trying a new style, like how it's going to look. It's just really smart. I don't really feel like people need to be going into glasses stores anymore because the upsell at the counter is so real and it's so much drama. They have over 150 5-star reviews, so they're really beloved. If you've never bought glasses online before, they have that virtual try-on so you can see exactly how a frame looks on your face. You can have multiple pairs. It's not like you spend so much money that you only have one pair of glasses. You can get a couple for different looks, maybe more like a sexy nighttime look. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now is the time to go to zenni.com/podcast and use code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15, zenni.com/podcast.
Thank you, /Turdcast.
You're welcome. Now is like
now we're caught up.
Yeah, right.
Also, you know what I realized? We take notes on the show as we're doing the show. Mm-hmm. You know, that like we have people transcribing it. So we could have just read through our notes.
We could have, but then that wouldn't be authentic, don't you find?
It wouldn't have been authentic.
And because of my wild
side. Actually, it would have been so authentic.
Because of my wild side, authenticity is key.
It would have been so authentic, like a little too authentic.
I just want to say I'm tired of being authentic.
I know, but I think ultimately it's the right move.
2027 is like the year I start lying.
Yeah, this year is the year of authenticity, truth, but maybe next year we can set different intentions.
Could be like the year of lies.
Yeah, I wonder how that would go for us. I don't think it would
go well for everyone else.
It does, and then it doesn't. Like I don't.
Right.
I think ultimately it would be the wrong move.
Okay.
To start lying.
Okay.
But what do I know? Our first story, major reality TV news, as Hulu's Get Real House, their Get Real event was yesterday, which is pretty much their upfronts where they tell all of the new shows that they have premiering and coming out. So here is what we're getting in no particular order.
Okay, I'm overwhelmed.
First, we have a Secret Lives of Mormon Wives spinoff, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Orange County, and they've revealed their cast list with so many familiar names. I'm very, very surprised.
I am too, especially because, of course, everybody's now doing like a deep dive on all these people. Almost none of them, besides Macy's sister, are Mormon. Some of them,
that was my first
Some of them
question.
were never Mormon. Like I don't even know how they're like a part of it.
I don't know why they would call it Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like, why not Secret Lives of Beachy Wives or something?
Of OC bitches.
Right. Here is who's on it. So I think the show is like really the Sheena Shea to Brandy Glanville pipeline is Macy to her sister, McCall.
Which is great.
Great. Agreed.
That's a good connection.
We thought it was going to be Jen Affleck. That's what like the rumors had been.
Oh, yeah. What happened to her? She wasn't even there. Like
No.
Miranda, Layla, Macy, and Jesse were tapped for the event to like show up and do press and then announce the new show.
Yeah, they did like a little announcement on stage, like a little sketch, and then they announced a new show. And here are the cast members. You're going to recognize a lot of names. First, we have Bobby Altoff.
Oh, right. She just went on Good Guys. She's that girl who interviewed, she had the podcast that showed up out of nowhere and had like Drake and Mark Cuban. And then there was like rumors that she was hooking up with Drake. And then her husband and her got divorced. Like she's crazy.
Yeah. So now she's going to be on this show, which sounds like great and interesting casting. She also, she got divorced from her husband. She has 2 kids. So now we're going to see more about her personal life. Aspen Ovard.
Yeah, I know you don't know who that is. I
No,
barely
but
do. But
I know
she had
the
a
name.
She had a big scandal on TikTok, which was like, she was like a family channel. She married someone Mormon, but I don't think she ever became Mormon. But there's a Mormon connection. And they had like, family channel, whatever. And then she got divorced and everyone was like, what? It was so confusing. And now she's a part of a throuple where like she is the third in a married couple.
Wow. I've heard the name before. I've seen her around the internet.
She had like a big moment on TikTok when she got divorced. And she was like making all these TikToks like alluding to what her husband did and like never told anyone, which was so fucking annoying. And now I guess she's a part of the throuple. Now I guess she's on crack.
I wanted to just confirm something because I feel like she was friends with JC Marie. Which, and now thinking about it, like JC and Chelsea would be so good for this show. I bet you they got
JC
asked.
lives in OC.
Yeah.
And is she Mormon? But I even know that's
She
not a
used
prerequisite.
to be.
Oh, right. I did know that.
So-
oh, yeah. She definitely said no.
And Chelsea too, they definitely said no, but they would have been really great for this.
Yeah.
And she doesn't follow Aspen, so they were either never friends or they're beefing.
Yeah.
Then we have Avery Woods, the unwell of it all.
She is a TikToker turned podcaster on the Unwell Network. She also has like myriads of scandals because she said to Harry Jowsey that her vagina is intact because she had a couple of C-sections and she was like being really flirty with him on her podcast when she's literally married. And yeah, she's interesting to me. I don't know.
Oh, and she said something about Jesus.
Oh, yeah. She was making the point that like a lot of her haters, like, who send her like really mean messages have like, Corinthians in their bio, which like happens a lot. But then she said something like Jesus would like.
Yeah, she said something really crude and offensive.
Disrespectful. Yeah. And what I kind of think of when I think of her is that she was really, really, really like best friends with Emily Kaiser. And last year when Emily Kaiser lost her son, like her and Avery like were together once and then never again.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Is Emily Kaiser live in Orange County?
She lives in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Salamau, Phoenix. Like I love Emily Kaiser. Actually just give Emily Kaiser a show. But yeah, like Emily was still like completely offline and Avery I guess had gone to visit her and Avery also went offline. Avery was like I just like she wasn't posting. And when Avery came back, she made a Get Ready With Me and she was wearing a necklace that said Emily's son's name. And then she removed the video and they were never like seen together again.
Well, that's very odd.
Yeah, very strange.
Very strange. Okay.
I love Emily Kaiser. I need Emily Kaiser to become a toaster. I feel like she would love the show. I know that's like obnoxious to say because it's my show, but I just feel like she would love it.
You're saying it objectively.
No, like I don't say that about everyone. I don't think
Yeah.
Stephen Colbert would love the show,
Oh,
like,
but he loves our sound.
He does. He used our TikTok sound last night. But I do think Emily Kaiser would.
Yeah, and I just want to say we've named like 3 names so far, and there's so much lore here already. Like,
Yes.
it bodes really well. Now the rest of the names, there's not as much. Salome Andrea,
Don't
McCall
know her.
Dupron, that's Macy's sister, Chandler Higginson, Ashley Peace, and Madison Fisher. So I saw photos of these girls. I don't know them, but like just from the photos, I'm like, oh, they're the elk.
I will say the reception on TikTok has been so overwhelmingly negative.
What?
And I only because I don't think that like the TikTokers they tapped are like beloved right now. You know, it's highs and lows when you're an influencer. People love you, they hate you. Having said that, like they're also the ones that I've heard of like are like lightning rods. Like I just said, there's so much lore. So whether people like it or not, I do think it'll be successful.
I think it sounds so good. I'm sad.
I'm glad we're finally tapping influencers for reality TV. Like there's a reason why millions of people follow them. They're interesting.
Yeah. And reality TV stars become influencers. It's just like a very clear pipeline and a perfect match. So that's very exciting to hear about. It will drop later this year.
Pargy.
Then we also got Stassi show confirmed title and trailer
Finally.
for House of Stassi, which is the show about Stassi and Stassi's world. House of
Yes.
Stassi is such a sickening name. Now, of course, you know,
Yes.
it seems it's very high fashion, but also it's very Game of Thrones.
Yes, exactly. Khaleesi.
It's sick.
Yeah, we've known that Stassi is getting a show for like 4 years because they announced it 4 years ago, and they said she would also be like a Vanderpump Villa person, and she's done 3 seasons of Vanderpump Villa, and we haven't gotten a season of House of Stassi. So finally, our time has come, and I actually think all in all, Stassi's star has risen so much that the show will be so successful now. Maybe 3 years ago, it would have been smaller, so them having waited actually works.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, where was my friends Taylor and Taylor in the trailer? Like, where was Taylor and Taylor?
Yeah.
I know Satchel Katie Maloney is in it.
Oh my God.
And Christina Kelly.
Yeah, Katie Maloney, Christina Kelly, and Stassi's sister are like big cast members.
So are Taylor and Taylor.
Not according to what I saw yesterday.
I know, like, put that bitch in the trailer. I know Taylor Strecker was starting stuff. I know a little bit about the show, but like, honestly, not a lot. And I am going to watch it like pretty blindly. I don't know a ton, but I know that they lived in LA for a couple of months filming it. And I know it was wild.
Well, I can't
Like
wait
Taylor
to watch.
Strecker, she just can't help herself. Like, she's a perfect reality star.
Yeah, yeah. Satchel, I mean, if Katie Maloney brings Satchel to House of Stassi, I'll be more open.
She's bringing her other boyfriend who's not Satchel.
Satchel, come on.
I know, it's funny that like the characters that were plucked from Vanderpump Rules that come to House of Stassi, like you couldn't have picked 2 people that I like less.
Yeah, Christina Kelly is not, I mean, she's just like always like a good friend to Stassi. So I think she's like a good supplemental character on the show. And I don't feel like that's like a controversial casting.
No, when I think of Christina Kelly, like I definitely think of her worst moment.
The Sheena's wedding.
She like did nothing on the show really besides that. So it's all I always think about when she's like not invited to Sheena's wedding. And so she's like sitting, scrolling, making fun of her dress. Like it was so mean.
Yeah.
And it was like genuinely the textbook definition of mean girl. And then she was not really a main character on the show. So I don't really remember anything else. Like nothing she ever did stuck with me.
And she was actually always around, but like she just never could come back from that.
Yeah, and she was always
Which
around.
is like
just,
sad because you shouldn't be like your worst, meanest moment. Like,
I know. And so I'm sure she's grown from that. But like, it's all I think about.
yeah, no.
I can't move on.
Maybe we'll get something new from House of Stassi. Like some new association of her.
Hopefully.
Then Khloe was the sister to go to the event because, of course, Kardashians are on Hulu. But there's a new show coming out, The Girls, which is all about Khloe's best friends. So we have... And Kim, Natalie and Olivia from Wags, and also Kim and Khloe's friends. We have
Malika and Khadijah.
Nicole Williams English, who's also from Wags, and she's on Sports Illustrated this year. Then there was
Iris Palmer, the one who's friends with Kylie.
And she's friends with Kylie.
Yeah, I have a hot take.
What?
I don't think this show's going to be good. Like, these are women who have had like a decade of Kardashian exposure, and they haven't really like taken off in a meaningful way. They're just like hanger-oners. And so I just think like if like the Kardashians put me on their Instagram, like I would be gone. You know, like I feel like I have the goods. Like I don't think like we know all there is to know really about Malika and Khadijah. Maybe not so much Khadijah, but like I don't know. I'm not feeling inspired by this.
I agree. You know what? I was just thinking about this. Like I feel like there are so many instances where like a show is good. I like it. Like, I think it's a good idea. I like the people on it. And it just like never gets to be successful. I feel like there are a couple people who have had a couple shows at this point and they've gone nowhere. And like at a certain point, like maybe it's not good and maybe it's not a good idea because it's not happening.
Last year, Khloe and Scott announced a show called Beyond the Gates that they were executive producing that never came out.
I feel like this is it.
Right. Reiterated.
Yeah, like, and they just like pivoted to being the girl. So it's about like Chloe's friends. They don't all live beyond the gates, so that title doesn't work. But I feel like this is that.
Got it.
And it's like the show really needs like Chloe and Kim for it to work.
Yeah.
And Chloe and Kim are already spread thin on their own show. They already don't have enough to share about their personal lives week to week. It's like you could feel they're like really scraping. So I actually,
and the girls are dropping like flies, the sisters.
so while I do like initially get really excited by this news, because those are my girls from WAGs, you know, and I loved WAGs.
Yeah, of course. I know. You're like OG.
I guess I do have to express concern as well, and I do have to do find.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I'll be watching this unless it gets to a place where everyone's like, have you seen the girls?
Yeah, I agree. I can't like waste my time on things that like only I like, you know?
Yeah, right.
Then we also, hold on, there's so much more. Like
$1 Million Nannies.
$1 Million Nannies, which is a show
Which is
about
a reality show about like a lot of young women who moved to Ibiza because there's a market there for like luxury nannies. And so they're just like these young hot nannies who get paid a lot of money.
Yes. Then we also have The Next Pro, Dancing with the Stars, the Glee Project competition.
Right, searching for their next dance pro hosted by Robert Irwin.
And I feel like we had heard whispers of that, but now it's confirmed.
Yeah, I don't remember if they had said that Robert Irwin was going to host it, even though that's a great host. It does make it, he definitely was giving Industry Plant on his season.
Yeah, it is Robert Irwin hosting.
Industry Plant. Like, of course he won. He's hosting their next big show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like with Carlton, he was such a, like an, underdog. And like it was so genuine. Like people just loved him and he is a professional host. So when they needed to tap someone, it didn't feel so, like this feels really like planned.
Oh, wow. I didn't even like think of it, but it's so true, especially when you think about the legacy of this season of Dancing with the Stars. Like it's so not about Robert Irwin.
It's about Whitney and Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Next, Parker Posey is hosting a new competition show called The Mob, which will feature the likes of Joe Gorga and Demi.
Wait, what?
A new competition show called The Mob.
Hosted by Parker Posey of Josie and the Pussycats fame?
Yes, and White Lotus.
It's a competition show?
Yeah. Joe Gorga
and it's people
and Demi.
And it's people in the mob. Demi Lucy May?
Demi Lucy May is going to be on it.
In the mob with Joe Gorga. Are you saying English? Like,
The Mob.
I'm so confused.
The Mob.
By the way, I didn't see this one. I was watching all the Hulu stuff, but I got like excited and sidetracked with Stassi and Taylor. But like,
so I guess it's going to be like another reality TV competition, like, you know,
right,
alumni
another
show.
Traders. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's like Traders and it's like a mob.
I thought it was like people who are in the mob, so it was going to be like Caroline Manzo and the mob was.
I
You
feel
said
like
Joe Gorga first.
It's going to have like mob vibes.
Did you say Gorga or Giudice?
I said Gorga.
Oh yeah, because if it's Giudice, they can't film in the States.
Oh, yeah. Even though I'm saying Joe Gorga, even though I'm saying it, I'm seeing Joe Giudice.
Yeah, right. But he can't. He's like restricted.
I'm sorry. This show is far more interesting with Joe Giudice.
What's the premise of like the competition? Are they like all in a house together?
Let me look, but it definitely feels like mob.
And then last year they had launched a bunch of shows that like weren't brought up this year, so it's safe to say they're not getting another season. Like that Colton Underwood and Caitlin Bristow dating show about virgins, remember?
Oh, no, I don't remember. Thankfully.
Yeah, I don't even know if it ever came out. I'm curious if Alex Cooper's Love Overboard is going to get another season.
She was like she's a big Hulu.
Yeah, maybe she was planning on being there, but pulled out otherwise.
Oh my God, all of these articles about describing the show The Mob are like behind paywalls.
Oh, that's so
But wait,
funny.
here's what I could see before the paywall. The Mob follows a group of stars in an Italian villa as they compete for up to $250,000 in challenges inspired by.
I want to say the mob. Like, you have to take a horse head and put it in the bed or whatever.
Okay, that's a little crazy.
Oh,
you know?
the theme. Actually, so Joe Giudice could go because it's filmed in Italy.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, here's more.
It's giving Traders, but instead of all the challenges being like Ireland themed or Scotland, excuse me. It's so offensive when I say that. I'm sorry, you guys. And now I guess it's like we're going to be smashing grapes.
Yeah, okay, here, thank you, TVinsider.com. Contestants will live in a lavish Italian villa where they will shake down, hustle, and whack their way to win cash prizes.
This is offensive. This is stereotyping.
Every episode, they will tackle mob-inspired movie jobs to survive. Sure, movies. But every mob family needs a Don, and whoever they choose will have absolute power, deciding who makes money, who stays, and who ultimately gets whacked.
It's traitors.
In a game where power demands absolute loyalty, can the Don stay in control, or will the family rise up and overthrow them?
I'm obsessed. It sounds so good.
I'm fucking cracking up. I
had no idea. I saw all the shows announced and I did not see the show.
It's giving like back in the early 2000s when like all these dating shows and like, you know, transformation shows like were spinning out, and then we got the Swan, and then we got
it was
like
the same premise but like a new outfit.
and it's just like they went so crazy with it because like it was so successful, they just wanted to make more and more. This is giving like traders becoming like, we're trying to make 1 million traders, and like we're getting a little crazy with it.
1,000%.
Okay, back to the slate of programming that has been announced. We also have, hold on, I just lost all my tabs.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I love losing my, well, of course we said Love Thy Nader season 2 in the winter. The Love Thy Nader Winter Games. Okay, here we go. Then Travis Barker, why he was there. His documentary film Louder Than Fear is premiering on Hulu.
That's great. He has such an interesting story. Obviously, like, he's a prolific drummer, but he was also in a plane crash.
Yeah.
And he has like a lot of lore tied to like Hollywood.
Yes. Then Sports Illustrated swimsuit runway show special will air on Hulu.
Oh, I didn't see that either. Wait, that's kind of major, like very much taking over Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
And the Sports Illustrated swimsuit show like has become a real spectacle. Like,
yeah,
they've done a good job of like tapping models and influencers, reality star celebrities. Oh, that's fun.
Yes. Then a weekly Get Real reality TV podcast hosted by Amanda Hirsch. Not skinny, but not fat.
Oh, I didn't see that it was hosted by her.
Yes, this is
That's
from
great.
Gibbs Sonoma. He like sort of summed up everything. Thank you, Gibbs Sonoma.
You.
Reality TV recap podcast. So it's a podcast on Hulu.
Great.
Do they have other podcasts?
Well, no, you know, this is the eternal thing, like streamers starting podcasts so they can be non-union projects, but it's just a TV show.
But I don't think it's about the union at this point. I really don't. Look how many union projects they're doing. You think they're scared of the union?
Just saying.
I just think that's a conspiracy. I think they just want to, like, people like a reality TV recap podcast. They don't like a reality TV recap TV show.
Well, no, it sounds like we were saying earlier, it might have been on the recorded episode that ended up in the garbage, but that Hulu is really becoming such a hub of reality TV. It's kind of eclipsing Bravo, where they have all these shows that are connected. They date from Vanderpump Villa to The Secret Lives. Like, it's all the stars are connected. And they need a Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah. And Amanda Hirsch is a good choice for that.
Agreed.
I feel like when it comes to the people who like are the reality TV recap people, it'd be like her or the Vials.
Nick
but
Viall,
I can't imagine that they have like the bandwidth to do a show like that.
No, also they did the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives first reunion, and I don't think the fans liked him.
But they do like other reunions on their show.
I know, they host Temptation Island reunion.
Very cool.
I'm just saying, I think like the Q score came back. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he was considered.
Then a Christian college dating show called Ring by Spring Break.
Which like is in pre-production. They were like asking for people to submit their profiles.
Yes. And then like season 22 of Project Runway. Like seriously, who gives a fuck?
Oh, I kind of like didn't know. I'm like, why is Heidi Klum there?
Oh, that's funny. But anyways.
And then, Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, Dancing with the Stars. So 2 confirmed cast members. We have Maura Higgins and Sierra Miller. Confirmed.
Okay, so let's just talk about like the 2. We knew Maura. Like she was sort of rumored. I think everyone thought it was going to be Maura and Rob. And maybe it would have been, has it not been for like the 2-week long Sierra Miller
and maybe
Renaissance.
Rob is still on the season.
Yeah.
But they just announced Maura confirmed, and then Maura cut to Sierra. She was like remote
virtual
from New York, like saying that she's excited and she's going to be on. I think that's like really a great casting.
It's a great casting because like 1, she's having a moment, and 2, she's having a moment like it has exploded beyond the Bravo universe, but like this really does make you so globally known, not globally, like nationally known. People who don't watch reality TV or don't watch, it's such a big show. And maybe there was a time, because I remember when Alex Earl was announced last year, I remember I said, and I was wrong, that like this feels so lowbrow for her. But the show is now, I would say it's the biggest reality competition series, and it's such an attractive show to be on.
She made it highbrow.
Agreed. That? Like, I actually agree that now it seems like a natural next step for Sierra. Whereas maybe last year I would have thought if Sierra was like having this moment, I would have been like, no, she should go somewhere else. But I don't consider it lowbrow anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be really fun and another dazzling season of Dancing with the Stars. I'm excited to see who they also cast.
I feel like with all this Dancing with the Stars stuff, it's a great time to download Polymarket because I have a lot of predictions. Obviously, I think I could have predicted Sierra and Maura. I also would have predicted Rob, and I have a good prediction that I'd like to share.
A prediction for
Who's going to be like a contestant on Dancing with the Stars?
Who do you think?
Everyone's saying like a lot of the same people, but I have someone like unique. Ashton Earl.
That's a good one. They do love siblings.
They love siblings, and they have this big TV show coming out, so they're doing like a lot of promo. She's kind of an it girl of the moment. I just saw her do an ad with Chanel. Like, I'm telling you, I feel like I have a lot of pop culture knowledge
You
that I
should
would like
put
to
it in the market.
on Polymarket.
Put it in the
I'd like to
market.
take my pop culture knowledge to Polymarket. I spend all this time like thinking of things, predicting. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right, and I feel like Polymarket is kind of where I need to be.
Do we literally like do this for fun on the show, guessing?
right.
I also think if you're going to be making some predictions on Polymarket, I think Miranda from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives would be a very good prediction.
I like that. So download Polymarket, Polymarket, and use code TOAST to get $20 free upon deposit.
Okay, well, that's all the stuff that we can look forward to in the next year, which is ultimately good news for the Toast because we love watching great television and recapping it, and this sounds like great television.
Shout out to Hulu for like doing that, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to Hulu for doing the most, for hiring the right people, for thinking big and small, you know? Don't forget about like our little small friends who we could get on a show.
Absolutely.
So I think it's really great and exciting for the landscape.
For the landscape, for sure.
Our next story, exciting news for the landscape. Josh Allen praises his rock star wife, Hailee Steinfeld, as he opens up about balancing football and being a new dad.
Have they ever said the name of their baby?
Not yet. He did a press conference on Monday and answered questions about how becoming a father has changed his perspective on football and life. He said, I think it definitely changed his mindset a little bit. I'm very excited. I do think this is going to be the best version of myself, in all aspects in my professional career and my personal life. It's such a blessing, and I've got an absolute rock star of a wife that's doing so many things right now and allowing me to be here right now and be with my teammates, noting that it's a special time.
I can't even report on these two anymore because I have nothing to say other than the fact that I just love them so much.
It just could bring a tear to the eye, and that's a sensitive turdy, the side of you that's very
right,
sensitive.
not my wild side. And I also want to say something crazy
This story
about.
brings out your sensitive side.
I want to say something crazy about Josh and Hailee.
Okay.
I feel like they're this generation's Tom and Giselle.
I agree.
Like they're on their way.
I agree.
You fucking better, bitch. Okay.
But I also, additionally,
I see how you're going to use language to disagree. Go.
I feel like they're blazing a new path.
I hate you so much. I additionally feel like they're blazing a new path as well. Don't you find?
A path that's never been blazed before.
Mm-hmm. A new path.
A new way forward.
Right.
A new way.
Yeah.
But yes, they are in the sense that they are like the biggest.
I guess like Tom and
celebrity.
Giselle is more like Travis and
But
Taylor.
it's not. No, like
I know because they're just they've eclipsed that. He's not even a football player anymore.
I
Like
also
he's so many
think
other
that
things.
like being a part of Tom and Giselle made each of them even greater.
Right.
But also,
And they became Tom and Giselle, whereas like Hailee and Josh are going to become Hailee and Josh.
And in the time that he was married to Giselle, like that's when he became really goated. So when he started, like he wasn't the goat, and then same for her. But when they started, it was just another football player dating another model. They built that brick by brick.
It's true.
And they blazed a new way.
I find that, yes. I do find.
So just mazel tov to the Allens per usual. Like we stay sat for any information and crumbs that we can receive.
Absolutely. Tell us the name of your baby. I heard it's Harper.
You heard it's Harper Allen? Oh, we talked about this. Textbooks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sounds like textbook company.
McGraw-Hill, Harper Allen. No, and I said, it's Harper Allen, attorney at law. Like, it's such a law firm.
Yeah. Or it's Harper Allen, beautiful baby girl.
Works for me, too.
Our next story, Unwell Mageddon, get out the whiteboard.
What now? Oh.
Alex Cooper and her husband skip a team meeting after behavior complaints and Bloomberg article dropped. So Unwell hosted an all hands, I guess, to voice concerns about Unwell. And the two of them were not in attendance, according to the word on the street.
I wonder what it's like to work at a company that gets like a toxic workplace allegation. Like what happens at the actual workplace?
Yeah, well, I feel like this happens all the time, actually. And apparently the CMO led the meeting. He said that, employee turnover there is actually lower than most startups. So I guess, yeah, if you compare employee turnover to like GM, it's very high. But if you compare it to like other startups where people like work hard, burn out, decide this isn't right for them, like things are moving a mile a minute, it's more
the Bloomberg
turnover.
article was extremely soft. Like I know now for a fact there's a Vanity Fair article currently being like a real hit piece being worked on right now. And this one kind of came out preemptively. I didn't feel like there was anything in the article that crazy except that her husband yells at everyone. So the turnover rate being like the headline, I'm sorry, like that's sort of like the nature of startups, the nature of media. Like I don't find that to be like a huge red flag. Like the article didn't really have anything new except that her husband yells. So it's like, sure, let's hear from your husband. But he didn't go to the meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
sure he
just
does
sort of like
yell.
a summation of everything they've done and not done in the years
Yeah, it was
since
like also a
inception.
summation of like the online backlash. Like it was not real investigative journalism. It was like, I think, sloppily and quickly put together.
Yes.
But this Vanity Fair piece that allegedly is coming was in the works long before. I think they threw this
interesting.
together when Alex Cooper started like trending at Bloomberg. I think that's what happened. The Vanity Fair one, just like bad timing, I've heard is in the works for like weeks and months.
Well, I guess we'll see what that one entails. No word from Alex or anything regarding
No, business
these
as usual.
allegations.
Zara Larson on the podcast, posting clips, posting pictures of the dog, deflect onto the dog.
Deflect onto the dog. And Bruno doesn't like that. We were talking about it because a lot of people wanted his thoughts on Lex versus Lex. And he just finds it all to be like animal abuse.
It's kind of textbook tokenism, like just using your dog. Honestly,
It really is.
not cool.
Not cool. So yeah, but I also feel like the rumors and nastiness
The rumors and nastiness.
and it's like I can't keep apart like what I've seen from like randoms online versus like whispers like of just like
I
people
know.
really saying like the worst things about them. I feel like it's getting really bad.
It is getting really bad, but it's all unsubstantiated. I think people take, like, whenever someone's, in the doghouse, they feel like they should make a TikTok about the interaction they had. And I think that they blow it out of proportion a lot of times. So I think in order for it to have, like, to be in Vanity Fair, like, it has to be pretty vetted. And so I think that'll be, like, a more of a
damning.
telltale. Yeah, if there's real allegations in there. Because everybody keeps saying, and I did this, and I heard him, and he did this. But it's all very he said, she said. I don't think any of it is, like, really verified. So I'll hold my breath until then. I do feel bad for her. Like, I do.
Yeah.
Like, the hits start coming and they don't stop coming.
Yeah.
And I think maybe at a point in the saga, I would have said, like, she can, get out of this unscathed. But now, like, we have so many, like, postmarks coming up, like benchmarks, whatever. We have this Vanity Fair article. We have Alex Earl's reality show. We have Sophia's book.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months. Kind of like when Justin Timberlake had such a bad, like every month there was something bad coming out, a documentary of him from the 90s, the pictures of him holding a hand of a woman, it just, the hits start coming. And I feel like that's what's going to happen to her. It's just going to be sort of nonstop over the next couple of months.
And it's crazy that as of this moment, it's not even about Lex versus Lex anymore.
Oh yeah. And like, trust me, I want to hear from Alex, but it's just like not even the topic of discussion anymore.
It's really like devolved into Unwell Mageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Unwell. And then, I people do also say like the name Unwell, which it's
Well,
like,
it is Sophia's word.
yeah, which is really crazy. That's really crazy. And if that's true, like, why don't people make more of that?
Well, I would love to hear from a lawyer, actually, like what Sophia's entitled to. Because Alex selling Sophia's work to Spotify, but I guess Sophia relinquished ownership of that work when she left Barstool.
I don't think they had a contract in place. So it was anyone's for the taking, and whoever gets on the microphone and gets the
Right.
There's no contract. There was not a contract, which is
It's just crazy.
Yeah,
and
someone
then,
could do
yes,
that.
starting merch, products, beverages, tours, networks. She obviously, that's not like a word, like we invented the word pargy. Like unwell is a pre-existing word in the dictionary,
Yeah.
but under the terms, like in the context was Sophia. Yeah, what are you legally entitled to? I don't think anything. I just think it's like this really gray area of like
I think
unethical.
no, and it's just like listeners would know that like Sophia surfaced the word unwell in one of her stories or whatever, and then like Alex went on to like co-opt it and make it
right,
own,
her
which
thing.
is really crazy. But it's like I can't help but think like if Sophia was the one who went to Dave and took the podcast, there's no way Alex would have taken that sitting down. I feel like she would have had some sort of recourse. I guess like she would have fought and Sophia didn't fight.
Yeah, and I think when we criticize, like not we, like when people criticize Alex Cooper for that, like if Sophia had gone to Dave and taken the podcast, like I don't think Call Her Daddy would be now what it is. Like she had said this once and I thought it was like quite self-aware of her. She's like, I'm not a journalist, I'm a marketer. And it's, yeah, because everybody comes to her like, you don't ask any follow-up questions. Like Call Her Daddy is not some like investigative platform. It's not going to get you like the best, most thorough interview. It's a press stop and it's a lot of like fluff. And yeah, it's all marketing. And so that's her real skill and like brilliance is what she turned it into. And I don't think if Sophia had taken it, it would be what it is now.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm glad.
Are you ready for our next story?
If it's our next story that's brought to you by...
I just want to say, I feel like we really didn't talk about Licks vs. Lex, and we can put the one back up on the board.
We didn't talk about Licks versus Lex.
So we can put because doesn't the board say
Licks Lex?
Licks Lex, not unwell?
No, but now it's not about that. We'll have to change the board. Like, sorry. This ad placement is paid for by Bath & Body Works. Luxury scents and real benefits will take care of your home's well-being so you can take care of yours. So Bath & Body Works, when it comes to scents, when it comes to candles, there's one place to go. We've all been going our whole lives. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Bath & Body Works White Barn Neutrals is a fragrance collection designed with thoughtful intention, helping you create a home that feels as good as it looks. It's minimal home decor and gorgeous scents designed to curate a space that feels like you. I feel like we've been talking a lot about how it's so like chic to have a signature scent, and whether that's yourself or also your home. Like everyone actually came over for Mahjong and I had lit a Bath & Body Works candle, and the first thing everybody said, oh, it smells so good. That's such a compliment. It's like, oh, you have a clean house. Oh, you live in a nice way. And it's such a great way to, put your best foot forward. And they have 4 purgy scents. They have sweet orange and agave, which is very fruity and bright. They have mahogany coconut, which is more warm and woodsy. If you have a log cabin, a mountain home, highly recommend. Moonlit goddess, which is like botanicals and blooms. That's the one that I had. I love the smell of like botanicals. And pistachio milk and honey, which is more of like a sweet treat type of smell. Whatever aesthetic, whatever scent works for you, and that's the best foot you want to put forward when everybody comes over for Mahjong, head over to Bath & Body Works. Their candles not only smell amazing, but they are crafted with premium lead-free wicks for a clean, safe burn. Shop the White Barn Neutrals collection at bathandbodyworks.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by Old Navy. So we're excited to be partnering with Old Navy. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your wardrobe, and Old Navy makes it easier than ever to do exactly that. So we were just talking about how important it is to buy pants in your own size. And like for me, I'm not at a place where I like want to be spending a lot of money on pants my own size. And everybody, like literally everybody talks about the pants from Old Navy. And whether you're just like in a postpartum era or you're refreshing your spring closet or you just need something new for the summer, spring is the perfect time to refresh your wardrobe. Old Navy makes it so easy with their Wow Denim. So Old Navy's Wow Denim is all about styles and washes you'll love at prices that make it easy to say yes. We're talking quality denim starting at just $22 in the latest fits, like the mid-rise boot and the high-rise leg. When I was like, I'm like very scared of jeans. Everybody, when I went on my jean journey, everybody was like, you have to check out Old Navy jeans. First of all, the price, party, the fit, like they have so many different, because I'm short and I'm curvy, so like I don't need the same thing as Giselle, I like that they have a lot of different styles. So shop Old Navy's Wow Denim styles online at oldnavy.com or your nearest Old Navy store. Shopping in store at Old Navy is just like a fun experience. Obviously, busy people, you can do it online too. But shopping online is so parchy at Old Navy. So the Wow Denim styles, you can shop them online at oldnavy.com or head over to your nearest Old Navy store in person today. Today's episode is also brought to you by Roback. So I feel like this happens every year. The second spring actually starts. You just sort of like have this moment where you realize you love spring so much and you have nothing to wear. So while the weather improves, everybody's in a better mood and you have to convince yourself that you need a new wardrobe because you do. So this year, spring shopping is fully being done at Roback. Last month, we were going on and on about their active skirts, their dresses, which are so cute, great for warm weather, especially if you're in that like golf, pickleball, country club era. But they just launched a new lounge set that we'd like to discuss. We love the loungewear from Roback. It's so soft. Everything they make is really soft, but their loungewear is really pargy. Also, their men's loungewear is really great. But the set that they just launched is really on another level. It's one of their softest fabrics. It's perfect for spring because it's short sleeve with a matching bottom and it's very elevated. It's very lightweight. It's breathable. So it's the perfect thing to wear. I just love a set because sometimes like I just can't, When you just can't, head to Roback. It's called the Aspire set. It feels perfect because you're going to aspire to put it on. And it's comfortable, it's chic, it's effortless. It comes in ivory and coastal blue. Choosing between the two will be difficult. You can also get both. Everything they do sells out, so just warning you, if it does, I gave you ample warning. And we have a code, TOAST, at Roback.com that will get you 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's Roback, RHOBACK.com. Code TOAST for 20% off your first order through the end of this week.
Thank you, Turdback.
You're welcome.
Our fourth story, Nikki Glaser shared a funny anecdote about sending flowers to everyone she made fun of at the Golden Globes. And
Oh, that's cute.
the only person who responded with a gift of their own was Leonardo DiCaprio, who sent her 3 baskets of pasta. So at
Class act. I love, first of all, little behind the scenes like details and logistics like this. This is what I live for.
Yeah, so she is promoting her new comedy special called Good Girl, which also, like, it seems as though she's about to be on Get Real with Me with Alex Earl.
Oh my, the most embarrassing thing is happening to me.
What?
So Alex Earl posted a video like teasing her new guest, and she was talking to camera, and she's like, my next guest is a comedian, a Taylor Swift super fan, and like internet like commentator sort of. And all the comments, Jackie, everyone was saying me. And it's like, first of all, kill me. I'm humiliated. It's not me.
Wait, why are you humiliated? Because it's not you?
Because it's not me.
Okay. So is that the embarrassing thing that's happening to you? I thought you might have commented on it something. Do you comment?
No.
You should comment something and
it's fine.
act like it's you. Be like, can't wait to chat.
Oh, I should be like, guys, remember when I took that trip to LA last month? Meanwhile, I've like literally never been to LA. You guys, remember when I took that trip to LA last month?
You could just like, or just like comment some emojis, like the raising hand or something. Just like make it about you.
To like gas
Get
it
some
up.
eyes
Yeah.
on you.
Wasn't Nikki Glaser just on Call Her Daddy?
Yes. So I think that's like really crazy. And then she was also on one of the Jimmys talking about Licks vs. Lex.
Licks Lex.
And I think she, considering she's about to be on Get Real and was just with both girls, I think she's actually handled it really deftly.
Yeah, I'm surprised Lex would want a guest that was just on Lex.
Yeah. I actually am very surprised, and that actually makes no sense.
It makes no sense. She must not have known. I would have seen her canning the episode. Like,
Yeah, but she's going full steam with the promo and the good girl on the mirror and the
Yeah,
guesses.
right.
Everybody does like guesses for their podcast.
and Jackie, like the guessing, like good girl, good guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's me. It's literally me.
You should comment. Be like, is it me? You could say, is it me? Because then you're not being a liar acting like it's you.
Okay, hold on.
Go
I'm
do
actually
it.
gonna leave. That's a good comment. Hold on.
Everyone go
Give me
like Claudia's comment and hype her up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so get
And tell her that she's
real
beautiful.
with me,
And,
Alex.
and tell her that you've seen her wild side.
Where we do our makeup
Hold on,
together, have some fun, have some good girl chat. So our guest today is a comedian, a host, an actress, a writer, and she's possibly Taylor Swift's biggest fan. Please welcome.
And what am I saying? Is it me? Literally the top comment, Claudia?
Say, is it me? 2 question marks. I feel like that really connotes the level of questioning we're going for.
If it's turdy, I will die. Please let it be Claudia. Tell me it's turdy. Claudia!
Oh my God.
Claudia! If it's Claudia, I swear to God. Jackie, everybody thinks that it's me.
That's so great. And I'm sure Alex is seeing that and is like, oh, maybe that's giving her the idea. Just like Craig now has the idea to date Kelsey Ballerini.
Please be Turdy Lou Freebush. Turdy! Oh my God, Claudia, I'm so hyped. Please be Claudia. Are you a girly swirly? I'm fucking crying.
Are there any comments guessing Nikki?
Yeah, like 3.
But more guessing you.
More. Oh, way more.
Is it you? Did you go on Get Real?
Tune in to find out, you guys.
Wow. Well, anyways, I think it's Nikki.
It is. It's not me.
And she shared a story about Leonardo DiCaprio, how he was the only one to respond to her Golden Globes flowers.
That's really cute.
He sent her 3 boxes of pasta because of the joke that she shared about how nobody knows anything about him. But actually in 1991, he did an interview with Tiger Boot sharing that his favorite food was pasta, and more pasta.
That's really fucking funny.
So he sent the 3 boxes of pasta, and she said it was
pasta, and pasta.
She said it was so funny and so good, and part of me was like, does Leah want to smash? She's so
She's seriously
funny.
so funny, and she slays this hosting award show that like jobs so well. And the fact that everybody likes her, like Leonardo's joking back with her, like she's just really assuring that she's gonna have this job for the next at least 5 years.
Yeah, but then she said the type of girl he goes for, he wouldn't send pasta to.
So fucking true. She's so fucking funny.
Then she said it was dry pasta. I think the company was Mena Pasta. SpaghettiOs, maybe. I would have been more his type.
Cracking
A crib full of Dunkaroos and Go-Gurt. I would have been like, oh, he's into me.
She seriously can't help herself.
She's so funny.
She's so funny. Give her all the hosting jobs.
Yeah. Yeah. Just hysterical stuff.
Hysterical stuff.
Oh, and on Licks vs. Lex, she did say that she is Team Alex.
Aladdin. That's funny. I didn't see her say that.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, she did say, and she made it known that she's Team Alex.
I just want to say I am also Team Alex.
Yeah, I think that's the right team to be on.
I thought about it a lot.
It feels right. You know, you have to go with your gut and your conscience too. You have to sleep at night.
Of course. Right.
Our fifth and final story is finally making the Fast Five because there was no other fifth and final story.
Kylie wants to sell Cody to Jeff Bezos.
No, I moved on from that. It's that Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian are getting handsy in a PDA-packed beach date. So Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian are dating out and about, showing us their relationship. They went to Nobu. They couldn't keep their hands off each other as they took a dip in the ocean in Malibu. Plenty of photos of them, which like in another world, like Kim and a man on the beach, like touchy-feely, we'd be gagged.
If I had a heart rate monitor on, like the person monitoring it would think I was dead. Like that's how little I care.
But that's how little news there has to be for us to give these two the time of day.
And it's like, you know what? Maybe you should get your ass off the beach and go to the Get Real with Hulu event because that's where things are actually happening. And that's where your sister is like putting in the work.
Like maybe show up to the Get Real Hulu event with Lewis Hamilton and I'll care.
And then I'll care.
Maybe. Still a maybe.
No, I would care.
But they are like frolicking on the beach, laughing. They're like literally in a full blown, like they're in love, which is all I've ever wanted for Kim, like since
And
Kanye
I do want to say,
and Pete.
going to the beach on a date is like means that you're at a really like
Intimate place. Comfortable.
yeah, because beach is where you're totally stripped down, obviously like your body, but also makeup, and you know you don't let someone see that until you're already married.
And like when you get rocked by a wave, like that's that's you at your lowest, most vulnerable point.
That is the truest thing you've ever said. Like there is nothing more ugly than getting hit by a wave. Like you just lose all sense of confidence and like control, and you just look like a slob,
Like
like
a
an
wet
octopus.
rag. And they were doing,
Actually, the funniest thing you've ever said.
thank you so much. They were also doing surfing. So they were encountering and embracing big waves.
And have you ever seen somebody surf like unsuccessfully? It's extremely unattractive.
Yeah, it's very humbling. So this speaks well of the level of comfortability in their relationship. Like she can
It's
be
true.
herself. And they're like hugging and kissing in the waves. Like that's real love.
100%.
That's real love.
Yeah, and also at least with me when I'm in the ocean, like my nose runs a lot. It's just like it's really unattractive.
Oh, and I always have to hold my nose when I go under, which is super
like
cool.
like I said, unattractive.
Which is a super cool thing to do.
Now, not to keep bringing this up, but like we did record basically 2 episodes. I have to pee.
Yeah.
So bad. We've been sitting here for 3 hours. So I am going to wrap up.
Please do. By all means.
Oh, I have a new wrap up. I forgot. Thank you guys so much for listening to The Toast, the Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the Fast 5 stories every Monday through Friday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. The place looks great. Well, it always does. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.